become a better version of yourself, to be a leader, to empower your mindset towards belief, and even empowering the community. Today I want to focus on community. If you were to close your eyes and visualize a way to make the world a better place, what does that look like to you? What are you going to do to make that happen today? We often see things that need change, but we rarely act. How many of you have said, when I have extra money, I'm going to? Or when I get to Emerald, I'm going to. If I had more time, I would. You get the point. Friends, I challenge all of you to find your purpose and pursue it with passion. So what's your purpose? Is it animals, children, adoption, finding a cure, human rights? All too often, it's easy for us to get into our own heads. It's easy for us to use all of the excuses that are in our minds. Money, time, resources, all excuses. My empowerment came in the form of a beautiful baby girl, born 11 years ago on a sunny day in May. Before I even got to hold her in my arms, I heard the words that would change my world forever. Down syndrome. How could that be? How could my perfect baby girl have Down syndrome? I remember being strapped to the operating table, the bright lights fading out, my hearing left, and it seemed like an eternity as they cleaned her up and checked her out, and I heard the doctors were all swirling around, but I couldn't hear anything they were saying. And then the moment came when they placed my beautiful baby girl, wrapped in that pink and blue striped hospital blanket on my chest. I couldn't focus on the joy of having a new baby, or the color of her eyes, or who she even looked like. I can only focus on one thing: Down syndrome. The hours and the days when you normally call all of your friends, excited to tell them the great news, I did nothing. I cried. I was powerless. And within a stage of grief, I became angry. And in that anger, after reading and hearing all the things that we would have to do and all the things that she would never do, in those moments, my husband and I decided that there was so much that needed to be done. Individuals with disabilities were looked at and treated differently, and that was not going to happen to our child, not to our perfect baby girl. In that moment, we had a choice. We could just accept the injustices, or we could be empowered to make a difference. And so we got involved. We found injustices and have been a part of changing them ever since. We have played a key role in having 4 laws passed, including Kayla's Law. And we have worked with friends. We worked with friends to start a nonprofit whose mission, by the way, is to empower all individuals with Down syndrome and other disabilities, their family, their friends, and the community through advocacy, education, and support. I am so thankful that Plexus has allowed us this amazing opportunity to be able to pursue our passion to create change. My purpose was literally dropped into my lap the day that Kayla was born, but I believe that we all have the desire to change the world. So today, I want you to think of just one thing, just one way that you want to make a difference in the world. Maybe it's disaster relief from the recent hurricanes. Maybe it's a coat drive or a food drive with your team in your own hometown. Little acts of kindness make a huge impact in the lives of others. Because here's what I know, this room is filled with incredible leaders. This room has more talent and abilities than anywhere else in this world. So how are you going to use those talents to make a change? As Alan Clark has said many times, if you're blessed, be a blessing. So what are you doing to share those blessings? When you are empowered and you empower others, change that happens is a beautiful thing. Changes in people, the community, and ultimately the world. We can't just sit back and hope for change. We need to create it ourselves. So many people are watching you, wanting to be in your shoes, wanting to do what you do. Show them the way, lead by example. Kayla has only known a life of giving back, of doing and making a positive change for others. We talk about it all the time and the importance of her voice and her value in this world. She has never doubted herself, and if you've met her, you know that she certainly doesn't lack in self-confidence. But because of the small differences that we have made to create a big impact, she gets it. She has been empowered. She knows that her voice makes a difference. She knows that her life adds value to others, not simply just because of who she is, but because of what she does. Being empowered and empowering others. Circumstances happen, situations happen, life happens. When it doesn't go according to your plan, you have a choice. You can choose to give in, give up, succumb to your circumstances, and accept what has always been, or you can make a choice to be empowered and empower others. I know that all of you have the power to be world changers, and I am so grateful to be on this journey with each and every one of you.